JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, St. Mary wanted man surrenders. A St. Mary man who is wanted for murder surrendered to the police. His attorney has confirmed. Attorney at Law Donovan Collins said he accompanied his client, Sadre Burry, to the Islington police station in St. Mary yesterday. Collins said Burry, also called Burry Boy, was handed over to the police in good physical condition. I'm expecting the police to question him without delay, as he'll only have 24 hours to charge or release him, he said, alluding to a habeas corpus application. Burry was placed on the police wanted list in January. Investigators say he's wanted in connection with the shooting death of Randy Thompson on May 5 last year in Friendship District, Islington. Businessman hospitalized following gun attack in Manchester. A Manchester businessman has been hospitalized following a gun attack at his establishment in New Forest on Monday night. Reports suggest that about 8:30 p.m., he was pounced on by two gunmen traveling on a motorcycle who opened gunfire, hitting him. He was rushed to hospital, where he has since been admitted. Statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force show that up to July 6, Manchester recorded 21 shooting incidents, compared to 16 for the corresponding period last year. Jamaican man imprisoned for almost 14 years on drug-related charges in the U.S. A Jamaican man has been sentenced to nearly 14 years in a United States federal prison after he was found guilty of supplying a JetBlue flight attendant with nearly 60 pounds of cocaine that she attempted to smuggle on board a flight at Los Angeles International Airport. The U.S. Attorney's Office of the Central District of California says Gaston Brown, 42, of Clarendon, Jamaica, was sentenced to 13 years and 9 months by United States District Judge Christina A. Snyder after a federal grand jury indicted Brown in January 2017, charging him with 2 counts of conspiracy to possess and distribute cocaine, 1 count of unlawful use of a means of identification, 1 count of use of a counterfeit access device, and 1 count of aggravated identity theft. It said that, at the conclusion of a 4-day trial in February 2018, a jury found Brown guilty of all charges. The court heard that on 6 occasions, between October 2015 and March 2016, Brown paid JetBlue flight attendant Marsha Gay Reynolds, 35, of Jamaica, Queens, New York, to transport cocaine and drug money across the U.S. The U.S. Attorney's Office said Brown paid her to carry the drugs and cash in suitcases through known crew member checkpoints at Los Angeles International Airport and New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport. As a known crew member, Reynolds was subjected to much lighter screening at airport security checkpoints and will be able to transport the cash and cocaine without being stopped, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. To evade detection by law enforcement, it said Brown, an illegal immigrant and convicted felon, used identities he had stolen from 2 mentally disabled men so he could meet Reynolds in the sterile area of the airport past security. While in the airport's sterile area, he retook possession of the drug and cash-laden suitcases and traveled across the country with them undetected, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. On March 18, 2016, it said Brown supplied about 27 kilograms of cocaine to Reynolds. She then attempted to board a JetBlue flight, and after showing her official badge and identification to the Transport Security Administration officer on duty, she was randomly selected for additional screening. It said Reynolds was then escorted to a secondary screening area. Upon arriving at this checkpoint, Reynolds dropped her luggage, removed her shoes, and fled the area, running down an upward traveling escalator and away from TSA officers, the U.S. Attorney's Office said, adding that Reynolds eventually surrendered herself to the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York on March 23, 2016. The U.S. Attorney's Office said she remained in custody while her case was pending and ultimately pleaded guilty in December 2016 to 1 count of conspiracy to possess and to distribute cocaine. In April 2018, she was given credit for time served and was released, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. It said Brown was indicted for the charges in this case while in federal custody for attempting to illegally re-enter the U.S. in April 2016 following deportation. JCF to improve responsiveness to robberies. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF will be rolling out additional resources over the next few weeks to boost police responsiveness to robberies across several police divisions, said Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson, who was speaking during the force's monthly press conference last Tuesday. The disclosure came following questions surrounding allegations that the police failed to address a spate of robberies in parts of southern Manchester. Stakeholders have lamented that the murder of 15-year-old Vestroy Sinclair in Top Turner district in the parish might have been thwarted if multiple calls to the police to address the matter had not fallen on deaf ears. Reports said that the teen was shot dead after he tried to rescue his mother during a robbery attack. Up to June 26, the parish of Manchester has recorded a total of 59 robberies, a 20.4% increase when compared to 49 robberies for the 2021 corresponding period. Break-ins are also up by 21%, moving from 87 for the January 1 to June 26, 2021 period to 95 for the corresponding period this year. The police commissioner noted that the upsurge in robberies is not unique to southern Manchester, adding that the police have been monitoring other areas, and we actually have raised the matter of the anti-robbery strategy. It's a feature for our operations meeting on a weekly basis, and directions have been given to the divisional commanders that are having these increases, said Anderson. As of June 30, robberies across Jamaica increased by 7% and break-ins up by 4%. Deputy Commissioner Fitzbailey added that the increased strategic focus is being placed on more organized robberies. There's a more strategic focus on the more organized type robberies. So whilst the divisional commanders continue to do their thing, there's also a more strategic approach to some of the more organized type robberies that we see happening across the island, he said. According to Dennis Brooks, JCF Senior Communications Strategist, the JCF has also been channeling efforts into public education through its communications arm, the Corporate Communications Unit CCU, to quell robberies across the island. From the policing side, there's that need for us to do more, but there's also the matter of persons taking responsibility, being more aware, making themselves less of a soft target, that kind of a thing. So in relation to public education, you'll see more from the CCU giving you information that you need to possibly protect yourself as well, said Brooks. The parish of Manchester has also recorded a 53.8% increase in murders up to June 26. Businessman in Coral Gardens cocaine seizure to be tried October 6. Oral Johnson, the businessman, was reportedly held with more than 19 pounds of cocaine by the police during an operation in Coral Gardens, St. James, on April 26, is set to stand trial in the St. James Parish Court on October 6. Johnson, a 45-year-old restaurant and bar operator for Westmoreland address, got the trial date and had his $1.5 million bill extended when his case was mentioned in court on Thursday. The defendant, who is charged with possession, dealing, taking steps to export, and trafficking of 19 pounds 10.98 ounces of cocaine, had been absent from the last court sitting on May 11 when the matter was mentioned before Parish Judge Sasha Ashley. He and other prisoners in custody had not been transported to court at that time because of an island-wide strike by staff at the National Water Commission, which resulted in water lockoffs in several areas. Johnson has been represented by attorney-at-law Martin Thomas. The allegations against Johnson are that on April 26, he was seen in his parked motor vehicle in the Coral Gardens area for approximately 20 minutes. When he was accosted by the police, he reportedly gave conflicting explanations as to why he was in the area, first claiming that he was looking for a friend, and later that he had come to collect money from a woman to whom he had sold fish. The vehicle was subsequently searched, and 9 packages with cocaine were found. Johnson was formally charged on May 3. He was arrested and taken into custody during the same police operation, which led to the seizure of $3.8 million and 30,000 Canadian dollars, valued in local currency at a combined $600 million at a 3-story house in Coral Gardens. A woman was also arrested in Westmoreland in connection with both seizures. The police subsequently named Percy Bingham, otherwise called Pressa, of Torrado Drive in St. James, as a person of interest in those investigations. In the aftermath of the Coral Gardens operation, Assistant Commissioner of Police Gifford Chambers indicated that the investigations would extend to other jurisdictions beyond Jamaica's borders. However, he did not state which other jurisdictions might become involved in the probe. Chambers revealed that the United States had previously sent out an extradition request in 2005 for the owner of the house where the money was found. 46 new COVID-19 cases in Jamaica, no deaths reported. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported 46 new COVID-19 cases on Monday, July 11, bringing the infection total to 144,138. The new cases comprised 28 females and 18 males, with ages ranging from 3 years to 91 years. The cases were recorded in St. James, 12, Westmoreland and Kingston and St. Andrew, 9 each, St. Mary and St. Anne, 5 each, St. Catherine, 4, Portland and Trelawney, 1 each. No deaths were reported for the period. There were 109 recoveries in the last 24 hours, bringing the total to 91,858. Currently, 105 people are hospitalized, 18 of whom are moderately ill, 11 severely ill, and 1 critically ill. Jamaica's positivity rate for the latest round of testing is 19.7%. And in sports news, Samuda hails Reggae Girls for history-making World Cup qualification. Jamaica's Reggae Girls put their scribes to work again on Monday night when they created history by qualifying for the FIFA Senior Women's World Cup for a second time after blanking 80-4-0. It was a back-to-back qualification for the tournament for the girls who participated in the 2019 staging in France. Heading into the match against Caribbean neighbours Haiti, victory would guarantee automatic qualification for the event to be held in Australia and New Zealand next summer, while any other result would mean a 10-team playoff for the remaining spot. Jamaica was sent on their way when Trudy Carter scored in the 26th minute as Jamaica led 1-0 at half-time. An 11-minute brace from captain Khadija Bonishaw then all but guaranteed victory as she scored from open play in the 59th minute and then the penalty spot in the 70th minute. Drew Spencer then put the icing on the cake with a well-placed header to the back post in the 79th minute, which cued celebrations from the players on the field and everyone on the bench. Jamaica Olympic Association President Chris Samuda congratulated the girls on writing a new chapter in their glorious football history, even as he promised continued support from the association he leads. With victory over Haiti, the journey now begins for our Reggae Girls, and as we did on the previous occasion, the Jamaica Olympic Association will be on that voyage with the team of one of our members, the Jamaica Football Federation, Samuda said. History has repeated itself, and the JOA commends the girls for writing, yet again, another admirable chapter in what we know will be a bestseller in football, he added. Samuda said that what the girls have achieved will inspire the next generation of Reggae Girls. Well done, girls. The fraternity of sport alludes in the Olympic movement thanks you for giving our youth, particularly our young girls, invaluable lessons in courage and inspiration, he said. Jamaica will beat Mexico and Haiti to qualify for the World Cup at the ongoing CONCACAF qualifying tournament, will now advance to the semi-finals where they'll face Canada in a hunt to secure a spot at the Olympic Games in France in 2024. Poor and confident West Indies can end losing streak against Bangladesh. Despite losing their opening one-day international against Bangladesh, West Indies white ball captain Nicholas Purran is confident the men in maroon can still take the 3-match series and end their losing streak against the Tigers in this format of the game. After sweeping the preceding Test 2-0 and winning the 3-match T20 International Series 2-0 against the visitors, West Indies paid the price of below-par batting performance as they fell to a 6-wicket loss in the opening ODI at the Guyana National Stadium on Sunday. Sent in to bat first, the home team made 149 for 9 in a contest reduced to 41 overs per side after rain delayed the start. West Indies have lost their last 6 ODI matches against Bangladesh, but Purran said he expects an end to that soon. We know Bangladesh has had us in the last couple of series, but that's okay. I feel like we're still going to win this series, he said after the match. We'll get the opportunity to come again on Wednesday. West Indies will look to level the series when the teams meet again in the second GI United ODI tomorrow at the same venue. We just need to continue believing, staying in the fight, the skipper said. Lawrence now in charge at St. Jago High. Former Lions United coach Garnet Lawrence will start next Manning Cup season, replacing Jerome Waiter's coach at St. Jago High School. Lawrence, who is also former head coach at Bridgeport High School, was officially appointed yesterday and has a contract that runs to 2025. It is a really good opportunity, and I'm elated about it, knowing that St. Jago have been getting better over the past few years and have employed some very good coaches. So the players should be at a really good level, and I'm hoping to do well. All the stakeholders have been pleased with my progress as a coach, and I'm looking forward for good things, Lawrence said. Lawrence said he has received great support so far from coaching staff and the support staff at St. Jago, adding that once we can strike that balance, we will do well. Previous coach Waite left for Woolmer's Boys School last month. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.